Hello, gorgeous people. So happy that you are still sticking with this. I mean, oh my goodness. If you have stuck with me this long, this is day 23. We literally have 7 days left. I mean, you have been a trooper. I am so proud of you. You are the bomb. I'm not kidding. Like, if you literally can stick with something like this for 30 days, listening to me talk, trying to keep you motivated, interested, encouraged, to inspired, to continue to literally dive into what we never dive into, which is ourselves, and giving ourselves the love that we need to become the person that we really want to become, to create the life that we really want to create, then kudos to you. You deserve to treat yourself today. 7 days left, and guess what? At the end of 7 days, I just love to hear from you. Would love to hear what happened over 30 days. What kind of transformation or change did you experience in 30 days? Because I've done it with you. Remember, I'm your accountability partner. I'm letting you know that I struggled some days. Some days I didn't want to make a video. I made it anyway. Several days, I uploaded my video, watched it, and get to like 98, 99%, and it didn't upload. So I had to upload it the next day. And so I felt crazy because I thought things were off. And then I just realized, you know what? I can't control the internet and I can't control what YouTube does. I love them. It's not against them, and it might not have been anything to do with them. It probably was honestly just internet problems. So whatever it may be that you have went through, I promise you, I went through it too. I didn't just come on here being an abundant person. I came here working on myself and trying to invest money in myself, time into myself, thought processes, changing the way I think, changing the way I feel, changing the way I see things, changing my perspective on life, deciding to take the life I currently have had in my head this whole time and putting it over here and saying, I'm done with that life. Now let's consciously create the beautiful new life that I want. Because all these years I've worked so hard to create something. A lot of things I did get that I wanted. Don't get me wrong. My life has been so good. I'm so blessed and so proud of everything that I've accomplished. But now it's not even just about like, ooh, I want to make so much money. I want to accomplish things. Now, when you become okay with yourself, when you become more confident with who you are, and you become abundant, and you literally know that there's an abundance of resources and content and people and ideas and so much around you that you have, and you're just so safe and you're just so protected. When you get there, then it doesn't seem like it's going to be so hard anymore. It doesn't seem like you're separated from it anymore. It seems like it's just right here. I need to make some tiny little shifts in this direction so I can kind of move into that spot, or I can make some tiny shifts in that direction so I can move into that spot. And so I can pull this in and pull that in. It's magnetism. And you literally start to magnetize these things into your life. You were already doing it anyway. So please don't feel like that's anything weird, because I know I had trouble with that word and the thought processes of the law of vibration and attraction. At first, I just didn't understand it. And then number two, I was like, what? I did not attract that into my life. And then the more I studied it, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I did. I literally attracted a lot of this chaos and things that I've went through in my life. I literally did that to myself. And, that's okay. We can just be forgiving of ourselves and loving of ourselves again, realizing that we are conscious creators. We are God's highest form of creation, okay? Omnipresent, all-knowing, all-loving. He knows everything, controls everything, but gives us so much power to live the life that we want. So when you realize that your thought processes and the way you've been trained to think have literally put you in places that you don't want to be and places that you want to be, then you can start to understand that now you can consciously and intentionally make effort to put yourself in situations that you want to be in a life that you want to be in. You want to just start creating that little world around you, and you're like, no, this is the world I want to live in, okay? I get to make decisions. God gave me decision-making ability, wanted me to be good at making good decisions for myself. And if I'm living in chaos up here, and creating chaotic events and creating things all the time to happen and occur and come up, then that's literally the way you're going to live. And that is why I started this abundance challenge. There's so many reasons why, but this is a big reason why, because understanding that whatever vibration you're giving out is the vibration that you're getting back. Okay? So changing your inner being is really, it's a big chore, just being honest, because it's breaking a lot of chains. Generational, it's healing a lot of wounds from this lifehood and even from generations back. Like I said, generational healing, because there's a lot of things that went on in your family generations before that you really had no control over, that were just kind of passed down to you, kind of like heart disease. You know, if it gets passed down, or if you're the son or you're the daughter of the dad, then you're going to have heart disease. Well, that's not true. I've seen it happen a lot of times, but does that mean it's going to happen to everyone? No. Because it's about people that want to change their life and about people that want to get into a better place, who choose not to go down the same path as everybody else in their family, who chose to change things because they wanted a better life. They wanted things to be better for them. So loving yourself, I know I keep saying that, but loving yourself, living in an abundant life, continue to affirm, I am abundant. I am abundant. God loves me. I am abundant. And I have an abundance to give, and I can receive an abundance as well. So receiving mode sometimes it's just being you, just letting things come as they do, letting things flow. That is my biggest, honestly, that is my biggest hurdle. It's just allowing myself to just chill and let things come in. I always want to control everything so much. I know no one else does that, but just letting things come in. Continuing to affirm that you are an abundant person, that there's an abundance around you to be received, to give too. You know what you can give, right? There's nothing that says you have to give to receive. But when you do, by law, you're going to receive, right? But also by law, you have to be in a state of receiving. You cannot receive if you have blocks up, if you have walls up around you, thinking that you can't receive. Then you're not going to be able to receive. So love on yourself. Give yourself, that's why I keep saying self-love. Pamper yourself. Rest. Give into your desires. Give into those and let those sit with you and think about it. Because sometimes you're like, oh, I just want to sit down. I just want to sit down. Well, sit down. And then sit there for a minute and let yourself sit with that feeling of, I did want to sit down, but I really didn't want to just sit down. I'm not exhausted from being me. I'm not exhausted from giving. I'm not exhausted from this or that. I really just needed some me time to give to me and go inward, going within. Because that's where your answers come from. We're not of the world. We got to go within ourselves so we can communicate with God. And then that way we come back out saying, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't care what the world is telling me I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to do what I feel in my heart, in my gut, in every plexus in the yoga world, every plexus that exists within my body, from tailbone up and above, whatever it is lining up and saying to you that you are to do, learning to follow that. And that's where you become more and more abundant, by listening to your inner being, listening to that voice in your head, the good one, the good voice. So reconnect with that voice today. Sit down and do a meditation. Find one. Joe Dispenza has great ones. Boho Beautiful Yoga has some. Bob Proctor has some. There are tons of meditations out there for you to log into, listen to, and just really start to focus on healing some of the things that have been damaged in the past. Be okay with whatever feeling that you have, because remember, we've been focusing on feeling good so that we could, feel more abundant. So if you have moments where you're not feeling good, then you're gonna need to sit down, and you're gonna accept the feeling that you have, and you're going to be good with it. And then you're going to let the feeling kind of leave you if it's not a feeling that you want. You're like, you know what? Okay, this is how I feel. Let's evaluate why I feel this way. Or just Even if you don't want to evaluate how you feel, if you just want to feel it, this is how I feel, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm this and that, allow yourself to just sit with it, with the feeling, and then you will be able to let it go. Because you're fighting with it, with the feeling, you're resisting because you don't want to feel bad. Your body really wants to feel good all the time. So it's gonna feel like you are in resistance when you feel bad, because your body really is not designed to feel that way. It's designed to feel good. So you're in resistance when you're feeling bad. So sit down, acknowledge the bad, journal, do something to figure out what's going on so that you can resolve that resistance, and then just slowly just let it go and allow yourself to feel good again. Think of things, put yourself back in good situations. You can do this just like this if once you've practiced. My husband used to say I was the best at it. He would be like, we would get in a fight and you'll be mad as a hornet at me, and then somebody will walk in the room and you'll be just like, hey, how are you doing? Well, you can cut it off that quick if you want to, but we really want to work on the internal fixing of this so that you can truly heal on the inside. That was just me being a good actor. That's it. What? No, we're not fighting. We don't want anybody to know that we're fighting. So we can cut it off real quick and start smiling and acting like everything's just fine. Okay? Or we can heal. We can sit with those feelings, allow those feelings to be with us, and then we can evaluate them and think about them and say, you know what? Don't get too deep into thinking about why and all that. Just say, okay, this is how I feel, and it doesn't feel good. So I need to replace that feeling with something that feels good, so that I can get into a better place of feeling good, so that my body will be more at ease. Because as you learn more about this, as we finish out these last 7 days, I'm going to get more into really what can happen on the inside of your body when you're not at ease, when you are always in an uproar, you're always in survival mode, you're always feeling like you're in lack, things like that. It creates stress levels to be really, really high, cortisol levels that go high, knocks all of your other hormones out of whack, and really causes your body to be in dis-ease or disease. So working on trying to get you into being at ease so that your body's functioning better on the inside, and that's going to make you feel better too. We just have so much more to cover. I'm just love doing this with you. I love it. You are an abundant person. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for listening to me. This is a long one today, but you are abundant. Allow those feelings to come in, sit with them for a minute, and then tell them to get out. Replace them with something so good that you don't have time or room for that to live in your brain or in your heart or in your soul or wherever it is. Don't give it the opportunity. You're no longer tolerating that feeling anymore. And when you keep telling yourself that, you're going to really get to a point where you cut it off. If you keep saying, I'm no longer tolerate that anymore, I'm no longer tolerate that toxicity anymore in my life, then you're going to start climbing levels. You're going to get to that next level and you're going to say, nope, I'm done. And the people around you will know it. Trust me. And they will react to you differently. And got more to come on this. So more video for tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Have a great day. And remember how abundant you are and what an abundant blessing you are to this earth, into this world, into the people around you. You are abundant. Mwah. See you tomorrow.